in office. Woman, you need to take that Romney button off. Unfit. Exhibit A of why women should not vote. Right there. Back to the kitchen is what you need to do. You women are not going to attract a man like me in your life, being very mouthy.
Ruben Israel. I'm Fiona Dawson. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for talking.
Here?
Well, I tell people I'm from Texas.
Okay.
What do you think?
It doesn't sound like a Texas accent.
No, but I lived there for 11.5 years,
Okay.
and now I live in New York.
New York.
Originally, I'm from the UK.
UK?
Yeah. Have you been?
As a Christian,
yes,
we forgive you for sending the Beatles over to our country, which really caused our country to go downhill. But because I'm a Christian, I'm obligated to forgive you. So just don't. Next time you want to send anybody, please check with us first, because they've really destroyed and devastated our country. It's a good thing I'm a Christian and a forgiving man.
Are there any British bands that you do appreciate?
Well, if I were a Muslim, I'd probably slit your throat.
Okay.
Because I'm a Christian, I'll accept
Don't forget about Elvis.
Just no more Beatles coming to the U.S.
Okay, well,
take advantage of my forgiveness.
Seeing as that is a different generation of mine, I cannot claim any responsibility for that. I apologise. Okay, well, thank you. Well, tell me more about your signs. Of course, a question I have is, tell me, how is homosexual sex a threat to the national security?
That's a fantastic question. Unfortunately, I'm really not capable to answer that. But if you were to find the mayor of Sodom or the mayor of Gomorrah, that person would be much more qualified to answer your question. He would tell you why their cities were completely annihilated, what sin took place to cause God to rain down fire.
So why are you holding a sign saying it's threatening national security?
It was meant with a little bit of satire. The point is that if you talk to the mayor of Sodom and Gomorrah, he'll tell you it was a reason of homosexuals that caused God to rain down fire on those two cities. So I said that with a bit of satire. I do understand it.
Okay, and what made you be here today?
Well, I am a conservative. I pretty much vote conservative, and I can't believe that my party will vote in a man like Mitt Romney. And so I am offended that my party wants to have Mitt Romney represent us in America. And so here's a guy who's a Mormon. Here's a guy that believes black people were cursed. Here's a guy that believes that he's going to become a god one day. And so his theology is horrible. And I, with a good conscience, along with my brothers, we're here to remind our party that we need to not vote for this man.
Is the issue of homosexuality the most important to you?
No, first of all, the issue is the Bible. Remember, in America, unlike your country, after our president is sworn into office, he puts his hand on the Bible. And we're here to remind our delegates that same Bible has issues with homosexuality. So if he has issues with homosexuality, Mitt Romney or Obama should tell America, if I'm elected, I will not put my hand on the Bible. I realize that's different for you to understand that, but in America, we still have residue of Christianity, and no matter who wins, puts their hand on George Washington's holy King James Bible.
What do you think about the separation of church and state?
Well, that's a letter. That's not in the Constitution. So it's nowhere near the Constitution.
Do you believe that religion should dictate how this country is run?
Absolutely. That's what makes us unique. That's why we don't kill people for certain reasons. We have laws, and murder will be executed according to the biblical principle. The principles that we have today came from the Bible, not just a good idea. The founding fathers and what they wrote on this country, they specifically mentioned God and Jesus Christ. It wasn't Buddha, it wasn't Allah.
So you believe the Bible should be dictating how our laws are governing?
It's going to. You can either accept it now or this side, the other side of death. It will happen.
Going back to the homosexuality issue, the Republican platform is very conservative and actually is not supportive of homosexual issues.
I live in the state of California. I'm from Los Angeles. My state voted not to have same-sex marriage, not once, but twice. And you know what the gay community did? They spit on democracy. They went through the court system and overturned democracy. So the sodomite community doesn't care about democracy. This country's based on democracy, and they spit in democracy's base because California's not conservative, they're very liberal. But California said, we don't want same-sex marriage.
How do you feel about the Supreme Court this week dismissing the case, saying the case is closed?
Well, I think that that's why I'm a Christian, because there's going to be another court that you cannot veto. And that court is called the judgment seat of Christ. And once again, that's our purpose as Christians, is to remind these delegates of the winner puts his hand on that Bible. That same Bible that he has his hand on, he's the one, that's the book that we have that represents this country. That's what sets us apart. That's what makes us a blessed nation. Remember, we were a colony that broke away from England. And now look at this little colony. Now we rule the country. You know why? Because we once believed in the God of the Bible. And there's a residue of Christianity today. And we're here to remind the Republican Party to turn back to the God of the Bible.
Do you know homosexual people?
Not personally.
So you don't have any friends who are homosexual?
I don't even know a child molester. I don't even recall knowing a murderer, if that helps you. The issue isn't homosexuals. If I had a president that says, I am going to support adultery, I'm going to speak against him. I'm against sin because of that black book.
So you put homosexuality in the same category as pedophiles?
Absolutely. It's a photo finish. Which one is worse in God's opinion?
And then,
in fact, to be a pedophile is just a matter of time after being a homosexual, in my humble opinion.
And in your humble opinion, you brought up that you broke away from the United Kingdom.
Yes, we did.
Do you think
not bad for a colony, isn't it?
Do you
not
think
bad for a colony?
Do you think that I should be able to live here?
Yes, if you follow the right procedure, then you can become a citizen. If not, if you're living here without legal status, you should be deported after this interview.
Okay.
Those borders are there to protect people from coming in, not to keep me from leaving. As a matter of fact, again, the principle is God has borders in his heaven. Not everybody goes to God's heaven. God's going to put people into hell. So if God doesn't allow people into his kingdom, why should America? You want to be a citizen and partake of our rights, you go through the proper channels, and then we will openly accept you. Until then, you're called an illegal alien and you need to be deported.
Do you support an America that has a diversity of different people?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm Hispanic. I support a lot of people. I'm not even a sexist. I want women in the military. I want women to join our military. Who else is going to make coffee for our soldiers in the morning? Who else can properly sold parachutes so they can jump out and kill Muslims? I am in favor of having women in the military. I'm not a sexist.
What about women up front doing exactly the same job that the men are doing?
They're not capable.
And why is that?
Much like I'm not capable of giving birth, you're not capable of doing what I'm doing. See, God made me to urinate standing up. Don't try to copy me.
I wouldn't want to.
I'm a man. Well, good. Be a woman.
But it doesn't
Be a woman. What do women want to do next? Start urinating standing up? I want to be a man? No.
Do you think
you were designed to be a female? Aren't you content being happy?
I'm extremely happy being a woman.
I don't want long hair. I don't want breasts.
I don't want long hair either.
Oh, well, you should. What's your next question?
My next question is simply, how long are you here?
For the duration of this event.
And where are you going next week?
New Orleans to preach to the homosexuals, and then after that we'll be in Charlotte to preach to the demon.
So you'll be at Southern Decadence as well.
Absolutely.
How many years have you been going to Southern Decadence?
Since 1999.
And what do you expect to happen next week at Southern Decadence?
Hopefully they don't kiss me. That's my major concern.
Do you find that's a problem?
Oh, I find that extremely offensive.
Well, do people try and kiss you at Southern Decadence?
Absolutely. They're horrible. They're wicked.
What do you do when they try and kiss you?
We won't go into that. It's just not a very nice thing. You don't want to kiss me.
Okay.
I'm a taken man. I'm married.
Okay, I see that.
I realize I'm a foreign commodity, but I'm married. I'm already taken for.
Okay, I'm kind of curious to see you at Southern Decadence. I'm tempted to run down and see what happens.
And first of all, I want to know, right now as you and I are talking in Tampa, New Orleans is being pelted with Hurricane Isaac.
Yeah.
And do you know what the word Isaac means in the Bible?
You'll tell me.
Laughter. God is laughing at New Orleans right now.
Do you feel that if Isaac had actually hit Tampa instead, how would you interpret that?
Well, it didn't, because we showed it. If we didn't be here, Isaac would have been here. You know,
okay.
So we're here, so it's shot over there.
Okay. Well,
when I get to New Orleans, it'll be gone.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate having this conversation with you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
I hope it made your day.
It put a smile on my face.
You bet. That's what
Thank
we're here
you.
for.
Okay. Yeah, well, in a minute. I'm sorry. Where's my phone?
There it is.
Okay. Before you start, may I please just get your name?
Yeah, as a matter of
and
fact,
all of
I'll
that?
do better than that.
The card. And then there's one other thing. May I please take my picture with you?
Sure.
Thank you.
Now remember, I'm very shy, so don't put me on Facebook. I'm a real shy guy.
Really?
Yes.
I can tell. Okay. All right, super. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Thank you.
You are a citizen, right?
Absolutely. I have two passports.
I do have their phone number, and I hate. You're such a nice person. I hate to have them drag
Would
you away.
you drag me away?
I'm originally from Chicago, and I live here in Florida now, right outside of Tampa in Brandon.
Lovely. And okay, I need a moment with you because you're a woman.
Who was disformed by a man who is not, he's a fool.
What did he say to you?
He told me that because of women like me holding a Romney button, that I shouldn't even have the right to vote.
How does that make you feel?
I feel like he's a fool. I have the right to do anything I want to do. I'm an American.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Have you heard anyone say that to you before?
That I shouldn't vote? No.
And what do you wish you could say to him right now?
I wish I could tell him to go home. He has no right to tell anyone what they can or can't do. This is a free country, which is why I'm voting for this man.
What do you wish you could tell Mitt Romney if he was here?
Win. You gotta win. He has to save our country. It's going down the tubes fast.
I want to ask you, you have just experienced something that made you feel discriminated against.
Absolutely.
Do you feel that this country discriminates in other ways as well?
You know, I think that the Democrats do whatever they want to do, and that they don't really think too much about the regular people. Whereas we were built on free enterprise. We were built on, hey, if you can make money, good for you. You know, we shouldn't be discriminated against because we want to make money and better ourselves. And everybody should be the same. That's not this country.
Do you feel that all people in America have equal opportunity, or do you see some groups that are discriminated against?
Well, I think the old people had it a lot better than we're having it now, because there was some structure to our country then. Now, in the last 4 years, I used to be a Democrat, and I voted for Obama, and I wish I could take it back.
Okay.
I'm now an independent, and I've chose Romney because he's a businessman, and our country's broke. So we need someone who's going to help us, and he'll help us.
How do you feel he'll help you?
I feel he'll help us because he's done a lot of volunteer work. He's a good man with good values, a decent father, a decent husband. He cares.
How did Obama let you down?
He didn't do anything he said he would do. He never even actually really held a job. So he wasn't qualified, and we didn't really know very much about him. All we knew was what we heard through the media, who only talks about the Democrats. They're the most biased media. So unless you listen to Fox News once in a while, you never get two sides. You only get one side.
Which news do you listen to?
I listen to Fox News, I listen to Bay News 9 in Florida, and I look on the internet.
Which sites in particular?
Oh, I go to Google, and I go to the Drudge Report. That's probably where I get most of my news, is the Drudge Report.
What's your feeling about social issues in this country?
We are not a socialist country.
I
think that welfare is so out of control. It's like people going on vacation now. Food stamps. Hey, I've been out of work for 2 months. I haven't applied for unemployment or food stamps. I will get a job, and I saved for a rainy day. I'm not here to use this country. I'm here to be part of this country.
And you feel that all Americans should have the equal opportunity to be successful in business and to have a happy life?
Absolutely, but you have to work hard to get it, and nobody's going to give it to you.
So I want to move on to talking about homosexuality and sexual orientation. You and I have just experienced a horrible, slanderous man telling us that we should not be equal because we're women. How would you feel if you were a part of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender community?
You know, live and let live. I'm not trying to tell anyone what to do, and I don't want anyone to tell me what to do. My boyfriend has a son who's gay. You know, I have had a lot of friends who are. You know, you can't put someone down for their belief or what they do. There's a lot of religions. There's a lot of, it wouldn't be my choice, but I don't think it's anyone's choice.
Do you support
really.
marriage equality?
Well, that's a tough one. I think that a man and woman should get married, but I think that a couple, whether they be gay or straight, should have the right to take care of each other. And if that means that they're given extenuating circumstance type rights like married people, then they should get it.
So how do you feel about the Republican platform moving against that even further?
I think that it's all rhetoric, and when the time comes, I don't think they're going to reverse anything. Roe versus Wade is safe. The gay marriage, well, the churches and the people, they're just going to have to figure it out.
So you believe in separation of church and
I
state?
absolutely do. I don't think it's the government's business what the people do as far as their personal lives.
And if and when your boyfriend's son finds the love of his life, would you go to his wedding?
Absolutely.
Great. Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm pleased to talk to a woman. Take care. Thank you.
Would you like to buy
You know what? I may need a souvenir just so I'm never going to forget this moment anyway, but maybe I'm going to get that one.
Okay. Find out I was there.
Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes, I'll get your name and then I would love to take your photo.
Oh, and I'm so sweaty. Oh,
I did we cover everything we needed to cover.
I'm just sweaty.
Oh, I
Probably
know.
Running.
Okay, are you ready? All right. Perfect.
These are $5 donations.
$5 donation. Do I have a $5? I do. But don't tell anyone I'm giving to the Romney camp. Like, I'm non-partisan, okay? But I appreciate your business sense and the fact that you would support same-sex marriage. That's why I'm giving you this. I'm tempted for you to keep it for you, not for me.
Everybody should be happy. You know, it doesn't matter. That's the bottom line.
Thanks. Okay.
I've been divorced twice,
exactly.
you know.
Yes.
I'm screwed
I mean,
up.
it's about love.
It is
like
about
it
love.
really is, and it's that magical chemistry in life that you can't control.
That's right.
And
Do you have some kind of a paper?
I'm going to give you my card. Oh, is that what
so
you
I know where what TV I was
Yes.
just on.
Yes. Let me give you my card,
Okay.
and you're quite happy, obviously, with this going on the internet and all of
Oh, I
that.
don't care. I think
and
it's
if you shoot me an email, I'll send you a link to it. How's
Okay.
that? Okay. So that's me.
Okay.
It's my independent
Okay.
email address.
Hey, that's the name of the girl
So-
on Burn Notice. I love
Say that again?
show.
Oh,
You
but
know,
yes.
I love that show.
Okay. It was Linda. Yeah?
Lisa.
Lisa. I'm sorry, Lisa.
Mhm.
Okay, Lisa. And your last name's?
B-E-R, B as in boy,
Yeah.
N-E-R. Lisa Burner,
Did I get? Oh, hang on. B-E-R.
N-E-R.
A-E-R. I did get it right.
No,
Okay.
N.
N-E-R.
B-E-R, Burner.
Sorry. Did I get that right? Okay. And who are you with? Are you with yourself? Are you
I'm
representing?
with a couple girls that are from Michigan that are entrepreneurs.
Okay.
That I just met about a half an hour ago while I was going on a job interview.
Okay.
And I needed a job, so they said go out there and pedal some buttons and
Oh,
stand up
bless
for
you.
your
So you-
party, and I need a job.
So
here
you're
I
getting
am.
paid to be able to sell these for the party? Is this your job?
Mhm.
Okay. And so I'll say
It's
entrepreneur.
more donations. It's not really selling. It's
Okay.
donations for the party. Yeah, I would have wore shorts.
Okay.
Exhibit A of why you should not vote. Right there. Back to the kitchen is what you need to do. You women are not going to attract a man like me in your life, being very mouthy and non-submissive. And you guys don't have any backbone. No wonder the women rule your house. No wonder your daughters rule your house. And if you have a female dog or cat, they sit anywhere they want to. Women rule you people because you guys have no backbone. No wonder Obama is in office. No wonder the best the Republican have is Romney. You allow Romney to represent me. If Romney wants to go to hell, I say go to hell, Mitt. Don't take